Alright, so there's been a new update on Black Ops, and right here you can actually see it's a featured playlist, TDM 100, just TDM with just an extra 25 kills. Instead of it being 75 total kills in the game going by in like 5-6 minutes, it'll be 100 kills and it goes by in like 8 minutes or so. So it just makes the game a little bit longer, gives more people the opportunity to do more instead of just averaging maybe 20-25 kills a game and just kind of feeling like eh. Gives people more opportunity for, you know, gameplays and shit. So also please be sure to subscribe if you're new here. I upload basically every single day. There's some adult shit that gets in the way sometimes, but you will quickly learn that I am very far from an adult. Now also, I just now finally decided to prestige my weapon, but here's the thing, they finally actually gave me an incentive to actually do it. So usually on the most recent Call of Duties anyway, whenever you prestige your weapon, it obviously will reset all of the attachments and stuff like that, but leveling up a weapon really doesn't take very long. But I never really needed to because I never really cared about putting a kill counter or my clan tag on my weapon. Those are usually the rewards that you end up getting for prestiging your weapon. Now, obviously, I don't really care about getting either of those, especially when they're not really all that great. They're just kind of underwhelming. World War II had a pretty notoriously underwhelming kill counter on their weapons. It was pretty bad, and even after the updates and they made it more visible, it still just looked out of place and just kind of tacky and weird looking. I would actually argue that Black Ops 3 kill counter is probably the best, so I'm gonna assume the kill counter on these weapons for Black Ops 4 are probably pretty decent, so I'm gonna be going for it. They also ended up updating them because apparently they were really shitty as well. I don't know what it is with Call of Duty and releasing these really shitty kill counters, but they never really seem to do that well or be enough reward for prestiging your weapon twice on release. It just never really seems to be there. I'm just gonna level up to get to the second prestige, slap the kill counter on there after they updated it, and hopefully it'll look good. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to get it this video. I thought I was gonna be able to, but turns out it's the second prestige, not the first prestige. I completely forgot. I've also readjusted my playstyle, so I don't need to worry about getting as frustrated. Also, this KFC clan tag, Sprat is hosting some sort of collab with KFC to, you know, do his challenge. A montage challenge, if you don't know what a montage challenge is, it's a thing that the Call of Duty community has been doing for years at this point, where a certain content creator, usually a sniper of some sort, encourages people to go ahead and hit a whole bunch of clips with this certain clan tag in. And the reason that you want to have this clan tag in, so you can prove that you hit that clip during the amount of time that they gave you. For us snipers over the years, it was just usually a just strictly sniping thing. But now, with the community more wide open and everything, I mean, obviously there have always been people out there that are pub stompers that are just like sweating on people, and the people that are knifing, and the people that are sniping, and the people that do like trolls and shit like that. Obviously that has always been around, but for montages they were never really that popular in anything other than sniping. But this brings it over into everything. So if you're not even a good sniper, you just throw this KFC clan tag in and people go for this montage challenge. I was just explaining it there. I'm not doing this thing with KFC or anything like that, but that's the reason why I have this KFC clan tag in. Montage challenge, I'm not really gonna win anything. There's no way I'm gonna make a better montage than some of these other people, especially while I'm adjusting my playstyle and shit. That's what I have it in for, and I'm just trying to win some chicken. Chicken sounds so good right now. There's only a couple more things that I'd rather eat right now, and one of them I can't say. Also, starting tomorrow, it's gonna be the quad feed super XP event thing where it's like double XP, double weapon XP, think double plasma and double merits or some shit like that for Blackout as well. It's double XP across the board for like a whole week. It's crazy. I think it's 21st to the 26th, so it's 5 days. A lot of people ask me like, hey man, I thought you were playing Crash. I thought you played Crash on a normal basis. Why are you worried about trying to play Ruin and Seraph and all this other stuff? I thought you just played Crash. I guess people just assume I only play Crash. So, and I'm reminded each and every single time as to why I chose Crash as much as I did, especially early into the game. He just gives so much extra score for basically nothing. And you can make a whole bunch of plays with this TAC 5. I've made a lot of plays where I've been in the middle of like getting burnt alive like on Nuketown or some shit like that. My whole team's stuck inside. There's a fire break downstairs. He turns on his whole nuclear reactor core thing. Then I hit everybody with a fat TAC 5 heal across the board and everybody survives, and then he just sits there looking stupid, killing himself with it. You can make some plays with this shit, man. I'm telling you. Obviously, it's not a hard counter to absolutely everything. Like the war machine would destroy you. The dog still one-shots you. Not too many things counter it, but it's so nice to be able to just buff your team up, and it comes up very quickly and often, so you just get a shit ton of points all the time, every single game. Especially the bonus points, and forget about it if you're going on a streak with the bonus points. I always try to time my TAC 5 whenever my teammate starts getting into a fight. So when they're in the middle of that fight and they end up getting an extra 200 HP out of nowhere instantly, it's very likely that they're gonna end up winning that fight, unless they they just completely let me down and somehow managed to lose with an extra 200 HP on their opponent. It's happened before, I have no idea how. And we're already past 75, so it gives us an extra 25 to be able to get a few more kills throughout the game. Obviously, the gameplay could be much better on my part, but I had 4 people run past this supply thing, and only one of them take. Oh yeah, and dexterity after playing with it for the night, people are really caught off guard at how fast you end up sliding. And doing this thing where I run stim with dexterity, and what that allows me to do is kind of do like this quick 180. It kind of allows me to slide out of the fight while being able to stim at the same time. It's pretty crazy. Like if somebody comes up right here and I turn around and just do a slide with a heal, they end up missing just for that split second when you get that quick burst of speed, that by the time the next bullet lands on them, if you're lucky enough anyway, you have already healed back at least 1 or 2 bullets worth of damage. So it's really good. But even just putting the first high cal on made a huge difference from the first game that I played. Can't wait to get high cal too. This gun feels like it's not itself without double high cal. Speaking of not myself, so the one time that I made a video talking about this weird ghost audio that I've been getting, I'm not sure if I had fixed it, but nothing happened in yesterday's video. There's no crazy demon or some shit in the background, no ear screeching stuff. It's just a normal video, which is surprising. I updated a few things, but I can't exactly pinpoint the exact thing that was causing the issue. I updated some drivers and stuff the night before I made that video and uninstalled and reinstalled some things, but I mean, I guess I'll have to see once I'm editing this. By the time you guys see it, you're either in for a surprise or... I feel so bad because my viewers, I'm just imagining some people just sitting there trying to relax, eating their fucking dinner or some shit, watching it on TV. People tweet pictures at me all the time of them watching on like their TV and shit while they're eating their Ben and Jerry's or some shit. I don't give a fuck. People are chilling. I just want to make shit that people can relax to, right? So we can just talk and bullshit. By the way, live stream, just hold that thought. I do hate how the slide doesn't work sometimes in this game, though. It kind of forces you. If you're not at completely full sprint... What the fuck? Is that pink dark matter? Wait, you can do that? There was a pink paint job on my Rampart that I don't even remember making, and it somehow comboed it with the dark matter? Do I seriously have another video with dark matter in the title? That's amazing. Wait, dude, it's actually pink. What the fuck? I didn't even know you could do this. Can I inspect it? I don't even think I have a paint job on this thing. I'm afraid that it's gonna go away if I don't do it, but I want to take a look at it real quick. What the? I'm not sure if I'm a fan in game. It looked much better the other way. This is so weird. What? Now, I mean, obviously, I know that you can combine camos with paint jobs and stuff, but it was weird. Like, the way that that was looking, it looked like it just simply changed the color. Shit, if that were the case, I would have been spreading all the paint jobs all over all of my weapons and then just slapping dark matter over top of them so I could get pink matter? I don't know what to call it. Wonder if there's a way maybe if I turn down the opacity of some of the paint jobs and stuff and then combo it with it. I'm wondering if I could change the base color of the dark matter. And also, when the dark matter ends up transforming with the paint job involved, does that change the color of the other stages? Like, for example, when the color gets more and more intense and the spikes come out and everything, is it still going to be pink? When I have something pink and the whole thing turns purple for the final stage, is it gonna be like a fluorescent color instead? I'm gonna try to put that paint job underneath of my sniper rifle real quick. I'm actually really like intrigued by this now because if I could get pink matter, I am going to be so happy. And this, I'm already happy with this camo. It's way more worth than chrome was. I know that. I got the sight reloader, so that's nice. But here we go. I want to check this out really quick. So looking at this Rampart, so you can see that there's this pink in the middle. It's very strange. When you go over here and look at this, I don't have a paint job applied, but for some reason, it's got my paint job kind of smashed into my other camos. This is weird. I don't have a paint job applied. There is none, but it's still here. What the pink diamond? Put this paint job on. Oh, what's a Koshka look like with the paint job then? I'm just gonna make this as big as possible to cover the entire gun as best as I can. I'm gonna put it on this pink right here. Okay, so that's a good amount of the gun, you know, covered with that paint job. Can't really see the other side, but hopefully it's good. So select the paint job and then put this. What? It puts a pink tint on the edge of it. It actually looks kind of weird, but I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, okay. Makes it look a little weird, but fuck it. Sure, fine. So I could just change the colors of it, right? That's all I need to do. What happens when I do like this neon purple look? Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm doing now. We're going with all these paint jobs. All right, paint jobs are useful now for me. I'm not creative at all, but I can work with this. Here's the thing. I think this actually ends up just looking this good in the preview. I don't think it ends up looking this good in-game. It ends up looking kind of strange. It doesn't look nearly as good in-game. Now, I'm wondering maybe if I change the opacity for the in-game, because the in-game makes it seem a lot more obvious. So maybe if I just lighten it a little bit. I mean, that looks pretty damn good right there. I mean, look at this shit. It's pink matter. I really gotta slow down with these dark matter titles, man. Holy shit, this is the most clickbait my channel has looked in a long time. Yeah, so if I look at this and in-game, it doesn't look, I wish it would just look like that in-game. I mean, fine. Then it comes out like this weird blotchy kind of color. It's very strange, but you can still see the dark matter through it. It's weird. So I think I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit and then see how it looks then. I mean, okay, this looks better, but worse somehow. I can't really, I don't know. Oh no, I'll figure it out. I'll fuck around with it and see what I can do with it. Might be able to rock pink matter on a normal basis. I turned the opacity down all the way to 50% and it kind of looked a little weird. It's kind of dull. It's not as like thin as I want it to be, but the thinner and thinner that I make it, the less and less vibrant the color is. I mean, obviously, yeah, that's common sense, but I was hoping that maybe, I don't know, color base would stay there, but the dark matter would shine through a little bit more so it was moving and it was less obvious of like just a slap of color over top of it. I don't want it to cover up the animation. I want the animation, but to still preserve as much color as I can. Because 50% looked a little weird. 100% was way too much. Maybe I could go with like 40, 35? Oh, well, I could kind of see it. Honestly, I could kind of fuck with this. This isn't that bad, actually. Definitely not as vibrant as I would want, but... I'm getting off. Good night. Pussy in my DNA.